alternatives, similar alternatives to Bitcoin or other variations of Bitcoin other than, say, BTC. And I'm thinking about pointing you to consistent interpretation of the word Bitcoin. This is just, I had to come up with a consistent meaning for the word when I used it in the book, of course, so I wrote a topic on that, and let's talk about that. That's more of a personal preference for consistency. There's no proof involved in that. Consolidation, fragmentation of coins, proof of ownership, which in the book is called blockchain fallacy. I was doing some renaming and the book didn't catch up. Proof of memory, proof of stake, and hybrid coins. And we'll provide a meaningful definition of maximalism and shitcoin. Okay, so I have a slide for each one of these. Some of them are pretty short. Some of them we've already discussed a little bit. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so the word Bitcoin is really too heavily overloaded to be useful, so people argue about it all the time. And I don't really care what people use it for, but in the book anyway, I think the way I talk about it, every once in a while I say it in a certain context, people scratch their heads, and it's just me trying to be consistent, otherwise it's confusing. Maybe equally confusing. So I consider Bitcoin a label for the essential concepts that were laid out by Satoshi in his book, his white paper, because he defined the term, right? So he gets to say what it means. And so there are certain things that are in there about Bitcoin, certain things that are not, and really if they're not in there, they're really not part of that definition. Later, the word Bitcoin was used for the prototype implementation that he made. That became Bitcoin D, Bitcoin QT, Bitcoin Core, and then a whole number of forks from that, which is why that can be confusing. It's also used as a community of people interested in a particular chain, the Bitcoin community. I would refer to that as the BTC community because I would consider Litecoin a Bitcoin. It conforms to all the concepts laid out in the book. The consensus constraining a chain, so we call it a coin, that's what defines a particular coin, it's the consensus rules, right? Those are not laid out in the white paper, those are not the definition of the word Bitcoin, those are the definition of the particular rules that constrain a particular chain. But then we also have a history, right? There's practically, I don't think it's infinite, but there's a very large number of potential histories of the BTC consensus rules, right? Every new block is a new potential branch in that history. So we refer to that as just BTC, right? BTC is the trading symbol for the history, which, sometimes goes up. Sometimes it reorgs out, the history even changes. That's what we're referring to BTC. And then I say aggregate unit because I use the term unit to refer to Bitcoin as Satoshi, the lowest tradable unit. You see the word unit in a lot of places in the book, that's what I'm talking about. So we use lowercase Bitcoin for the money and uppercase Bitcoin for the set of concepts. Sorry, I hope my other ones aren't like this. The tabbing didn't work somehow. Let's so lowercase BTC for a unit, uppercase for the trading symbol with a history. And we tend to use lowercase Bitcoin for a unit of BTC, but that's kind of overloaded. Okay, so hopefully this provides some clarity on why I do things the way I did in the book. It evolved over time because as I wrote multiple topics, I was using things more colloquially, and then they started to be contradictory or confusing, and I gotta clean this up, so I went back and reviewed. Hopefully I cleaned it all up. Okay, so moving on. The consolidation principle. So we have this, it's basically the idea that coins consolidate into one, right? The demand for money can kind of go from multiple coins, forks, chains, dollars, whatever, into one, or it can go the other way and spread out into multiple different coins. So there's different ways that happens in Bitcoin and in other monies. So Moore's law is interesting. It's actually relatively new. It was 90s, maybe, early 90s to late 80s, I forget. So this is the inverse of Gresham's law, which many people have probably heard of. It's commonly referenced Gresham was, I think, the Treasury Minister in the UK under Queen, I can't remember Elizabeth before that, and Queen was upset because nobody was using the gold coins. So she said, hey, figure this out, why is nobody using the gold coins? And he found out that everybody was sorting them because they had a fixed exchange rate. There was a currency control like there's between all denominated monies. There's an official exchange rate between a quarter, 2 dimes, and a nickel, right? So even if their melt value, you melt them down, they're worth a certain amount. Even if the melt value is not the same, they're required to be treated as the same. And that's a form of currency control, essentially a law that says these are the same even though they're not. And that's what happens when you stamp a number on a coin. It's no longer trading on its melt value, its weight. So the official exchange rate will always lead to one being more having greater utility, greater value to people than the other. So the higher value one gets hoarded and the lower value one gets traded, because why not just give somebody the paper dollar and hold on to the gold dollar if it's actually can be melted down for $10, right? So that's what happened, and so they fixed the money. They made the values more equivalent, and people started using gold coins again. So fear comes along, and so this law is often, Gresham's law is often misstated, misinterpreted. It says, bad money drives out the good money. That's too general. It's bad money drives out the good money, where bad and good are relative values of the two, right? There are different exchange rate between them that's not consistent because of the currency control. It only applies in the presence of currency controls. So Thier said, well, what happens if there's no currency controls? And in that case, you use the better money. The better money drives out the bad money. Because there really is no better money, right? They trade at their proper exchange rate, their market exchange rate, but one of them maybe more useful than the other. That's kind of a contradiction, right? If they're trading at equivalent, one is not more useful than the other. But one becomes more useful than the other, people use it, the other one doesn't get used. Basically, what Thier's law says. So you can apply that to these concepts we're talking about in terms of forks and alternatives to determine which money will actually be used. In the case of Bitcoin, coins, etc., we're operating under a presumption of no currency controls. There's no official exchange rate between Satoshi and a Bitcoin or Satoshi and a Litecoin or like that. We're just enforcing that. So we assume people use the better money, which Thier's law applies. And this is what we kind of assume when people say they use Bitcoin instead of dollars. But it's not always the better money. Say, for example, Bitcoin doesn't work better in a network outage than gold, as long as you're close to somebody. It can be contextual. So exchange, the trade of things, incurs a cost. There's a cost of actually doing a trade in time, risk, etc. So all things being equal, just set that aside, say, all things being equal, the larger network is better when you're talking about a money. Right? More people accept it, the money's more useful. I can use it to get more things. All things being equal, one coin is better than two, because 2 coins incurs an exchange cost, right? You have essentially two economies. The economies, again, being the set of all merchants. One set of merchants, say, in the UK taking pounds, and one set of merchants in the EU taking euros, and there's an exchange cost between them. And one money would be more efficient, would be less costly, so people would prefer to use one or the other, except the fact that there are currency controls between them, which the Gresham's law kind of applies. In that case, not Thier's law. The better one doesn't take over, the other one disappear. So this implies that similar monies, ones that exhibit similar utility and no currency controls, will exhibit market pressure to consolidate. This happens naturally over time. The whole world kind of consolidated on gold as money, and then we end up in a network universe, and gold's not so useful in a lot of cases, so other money starts to take over. So things will tend to consolidate under that principle. Fragmentation is the idea that things will deconsolidate, fragment, right? It'll kind of come apart. So when we talk about coin split, I use this term split to just describe, we have it's not a rework or something like that. We have say a hard fork, and it causes one chain to kind of split into two. So what happens in that case? One chain is one set of consensus rules now is 2 sets of consensus rules. As we talked about yesterday, that means there's 2 consensi. All right, there's a set of merchants that accept one coin, and there's a set of merchants that accept the other coin. They may overlap, they may be very similar or dissimilar in size. People may move from one to the other, vice versa. But the size, okay, so when that happens, all things being equal, there's a net loss in utility, right? The two monies are not better than one, because now there's an exchange cost between them. Somebody argued that the utility was kind of quadratic, right? Like n squared of all the participants. That's not really true. You have two economies like, say, Europe and the US. It doesn't get, the utility doesn't get, what become the square root of those two, right? There's just an additional cost of exchanging from one to the other, and then you still have full access to the whole network. So it didn't just disappear, right? But there is this additional exchange cost in converting to money, especially when the state gets involved with taxing it. So there's a loss of net utility, but some of the things may not be equal. There may be a reason the split's happening. Presumably there is. So people are saying, well, the split, the people who kind of moved apart have decided the split is actually a net positive utility over the alternative of a single coin. And why would that happen? Well, Bitcoin is working off from monopoly money, right? It's happening. So don't just think of it in terms of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash or something, right? It happens because somebody sees a greater utility, which is what we say we see in Bitcoin over monopoly money. We'll define that term later. So the size of each economy determines utility. We talked about that. There is no utility of a branch. So the term branch is used for, when there's a split. These are two different branches of a tree. It's actually forming a tree from the Genesis block out, right? And if you have multiple independent coins that aren't split from each other, altcoins, that's a forest. I use computer, programming terminology to a forest, you have trees, branches, and so if you create a history, but nobody accepts the money, what's the money worth? It's worthless, literally, right? Nobody accepts it, nobody trades it for anything, it's not worth anything to anybody. So when a program error, intentional change, like Bitcoin Cash, something comes along and this history starts getting created, well, it's worth something to somebody because miners are paying for it with their hash power, or hash rate, right? So somebody finds it of value, but just making the code change, right? The consensus rules can change. They change all the time. When programmers make errors, whatever, they just work on some code, and now there's a fork, but nobody's mining it, right? Nobody's taking it, it's not worth anything. When people start paying for it, then it has utility to them, and so what I'm getting at is this fork starts off with zero value. I mean, change the code, nobody's buying it, right? Nobody wants it, I'm not even paying for it. But then people start to. So all forks, all units of that new coin are in a split are distributed in the pattern of the previous coin, right? Everybody kind of gets new coin, but they're not worth anything. At the start, they're literally worth nothing. And then as people start to value them, they grow from zero to something, or they don't. So this again is based on merchants deciding they don't accept it, and you end up with two consensuses. And an exchange rate between them. Okay, so a new coin is the same, but okay. So imagine instead of a split, we talk about a new coin. An altcoin starts from Genesis, whatever. I mean, just take the BTC consensus rules, make a one big change to the mining algorithm. You can use the same Genesis block you want. Just start, or probably it's pretty good Genesis block too. But just start mining on that chain. It also starts at zero. The only difference there is it's not the units of it are not pre-allocated. Who gets the first units of coin is really, from an economic standpoint, pretty irrelevant because they're all worth nothing. Right? Everybody got nothing. You got airdrop or whatever. Satoshi came up with a random, lottery for distributing coins. He said that's as good as any other way to do it. And then once we get them out there, we'll just shut it off. So really, the point I'm trying to make is that an altcoin versus split coin, really the only difference is, both starting at zero value, is that coins aren't pre-allocated. Okay, and then of course there will be other differences which define the fork itself. That can be anything. Not anything, but almost anything. Okay, so it's important to understand that when this happens, from an economic standpoint, provably, no value has been taken from anybody. did when somebody decides to stop using money. They took their own value, right? I'm a merchant, I take gold, everybody else, everybody takes gold, and then somebody says, I'm only taking silver. Do they steal from all the people who take gold? No. They provide value to that network of merchants, to the network of money users, right? All the acceptors provide value. The value is the fact that they accept it. And when a bunch of them disappear, the money's not worth as much. Well, no kidding, but the value they were providing was their own, right? It wasn't anybody else's. So maybe price drops, but that's their choice. It's not an attack on anybody else. They just decide they're going to take any money. So the utility was not taken, it left. That's the way I think of it. Okay. I really prefer just to wave my hand and have a magic happen. Okay, proof of memory value. I really like this one. This is reference to Chia. I was going to mention the name. So, a lot of money went into this project. It's been a couple years now. I read about it, I think, right before going to first or second honey badger. As soon as I read it, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. We're going to reduce energy consumption by using essentially free memory space, provable contiguous memory space, I think, instead of hash rate. So the objective was not any kind of logical change or security change or anything. It was really just to reduce energy consumption. I guess Chia pets are green, so it's the green thing. So but remember, Bitcoin doesn't consume energy directly, it consumes cost. The cost of the energy is what matters. So the cost has to be consumed. Every time there's a new block, with fees in it, miners compete for those fees, and the return on capital is going to be very consistent over time because of arbitrage that we talked about yesterday. So if that money is not, if competition doesn't come in to drive down the return, imagine you had the only proof of memory, you had your memory and nobody else is competing with you, and every time this new block comes in, you're getting fees, you get all the fees, all the fees, all the fees, all the fees. You're not even putting any new capital in. There's no new expense. You spent the expense for the memory. You just keep making more and more and more money. Basically, infinite return on capital. Of course, people see that, they're going to add more memory. They're going to add memory at the rate that consumes all the fees. So, constant expenditure implies a constant level of energy consumption. It will not be reduced, but will instead be shifted to production of memory. And this was a couple years ago when I did this, to achieve the 2017 level of Bitcoin security, I estimated, based on, I don't know, $50 a terabyte or something, 32.6 million new 1 terabyte drives would have been created that year, just to consume the cost that was consumed in Bitcoin mining. So it's proof of work. It's just the work that's being done in production, shipping, destruction of hard drives and memory units, not in generating hashes of blocks. So it's a proof of work coin, right? So it's a Bitcoin actually. It's just a really obtuse one that doesn't meet its own objectives. And I talked to them about it. It was Graham Cullen. I did a Twitter thing going on, and it's happened like once, and then it happened a year later, and then he blocked me. And then shortly thereafter, one of the PhDs that was doing a lot of theoretical work on this contacted me directly and said, yeah, we knew about what you had said a couple years ago. We continued down that path. Eventually, we realized we were right, and now we've been circling around an alternative of what we're going to do, and they're talking about some staking or hybrid thing. So this is one of the reasons I like to do this stuff. I explain how these things work, people actually think about it and go, oh yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. Let's do something different, not waste whatever $20 million they got in investment. Proof of stake fallacy we talked about yesterday. I'm just going to go over quickly. Confirmation security requires a person with authority to report the transactions. Bitcoin periodically assigns this authority to the greatest proof of work. This proof is independent of the chain history, it's external. The only other type of proof, therefore, is internal, dependent on chain history. Proof of stake excludes all capital that cannot acquire units of the coin. And how can you acquire units of the coin? If the person controlling the coin doesn't want to let you, you can't. So controlling the stakeholder controls all future coin acquisition. Overcoming censorship is not possible in a proof of stake system. therefore it's not crypto-dynamically secure, and it's not a Bitcoin. So anything that's proof of stake isn't Bitcoin, it's something else. Hybrid mining. I did this one more recently. I was looking at a new, it's not a new project, it's been around for a while, and it's DeFi. So somebody asked me to look at it, and I really haven't looked at it. I knew a couple, one of the guys on the team, but I actually just kind of assumed it would reduce to a proof of work coin, and the stake might be irrelevant, but I looked at it pretty quickly, realized the stake code does approve all the mining blocks. There's mining, there's hash power, there's blocks at a cost, and then there's a voting mechanism that determines which blocks are considered valid. So if you're the controlling stakeholder, it doesn't matter that the proof of work is being done, right? You still get to control what blocks you confirm. So it's strictly, there is no true hybrid. One is going to control. I actually don't know if I can prove that, but I believe that one is always going to control. I believe, and in this case, it's proof of stake. And also, it makes some good assumption that the proof of work miner is not the same person as the proof of stake miner. You know, so they're somehow competing with each other. There's only one person in one stage, so he steps in and does both. How are they? That didn't make sense either. Okay, so one aspect has effective control, reducing authority to that aspect alone. Stakers approve work mining blocks. Stake controls. If stake controls the coin is not. Okay, said all that. Proof of ownership. This is blockchain fallacy from the book. I just thought that titles lined up better. So using essentially a Bitcoin to prove ownership of something else, like putting a hash in a contract into a script, and then using a proof that you own that output to show that you own that thing, like colored coins. Yeah. So a lot of these types of things. So Bitcoin, as I mentioned before, the value of the coin is not anything else but control of the output. There's no other object that it proves you own. It's simply the fact that people will accept it or take it and give you something else for it. That's what gives it usefulness to you. And therefore, Bitcoin doesn't have this problem. But when you say, well, that's just a reference to something else, the idea is that because it's on the blockchain, it's immutable and transparent and it can't get lost. Well, those are all incorrect. It's transparent, nobody knows what it means. If it was transparent, it's not really relevant. But so these are claims. And these whole things, and the proof goes with the claims. The claim requires a trusted custodian to be the arbiter of who gets the stuff. So if it's a land deed, and Zimbabwe says, well, all these people with legitimate land deeds, we're just taking that from them and giving it to them, which happened. So the custodian was not trustworthy. They just decided to take it anyway. So the proof was insufficient. So custodial risk is not mitigated by having this place to store this stuff. But it's interesting that loss is not mitigated either, because each proof of a claim requires at least some concept of a private key that you keep as a secret that proves that you own the output. You can lose the private key just as much as you can lose the thing that you used to have that showed you owned it, like the contract. And in a lot of cases, we're just talking about a value on the blockchain for brevity purposes, data storage reduction. We're just talking about a hash of the contract that controls the thing. Well, that hash is meaningless unless you actually have the contract. You have to use the private key to verify that you control that output. So you have to not only not lose your private key, you have to not lose the contract. Just like before, you had to not lose the contract, right? So it's really not providing anything, making things worse. Okay, so in my interpretation, there's no value proposition. It hasn't actually improved anything. Custodial risk remains and loss risk remains. Okay, maximalism. I don't like to use words unless I know what it means, so I came up with what I observing, the system. I came up with what I considered was happening with this term maximalism, which is a PR effort, which I think is fair to discourage the formation of substitutes for a given word. Okay, I don't know why this is just a topic that was short enough and relevant here. I threw it in. But I did talk to somebody who's, kind of the leader of this charge years ago, and it was really, that was the stated reason, right? keep the price up by keeping these other ones from fragmenting and you know, moving merchants out to other coins and therefore keeping the price down. So it was a PR effort to keep the price up to people who held the coin. Shitcoin definition. So, you know, there's altcoins, but I just use Litecoin as an example. Or you just take Bitcoin and change the genesis block and maybe one bit of mining out of it and start again. Is it a shitcoin? Well, people will say yeah, because there's not a lot of people using it. But I don't find that definition very satisfying, because then what if a lot of people start using it? Now it's not a shitcoin? From the perspective, from my perspective, right, if something is a Bitcoin, follows these rules, then it may or may not be a good one, right? But I reserve this definition for a system that's not cryptodynamically secure, yet kind of pretends to have the same value proposition as Bitcoin. So say a proof of stake coin. Proof of stake coins, you know, are shitcoins because they don't have until they prove some security model, and they purport to be, if they're purporting to be having value proposition Bitcoin, which is censorship resistant. I haven't seen any proof that they are. Right? They aren't in the manner of Bitcoin, and people believe that they are, or they promote it as that, so that's kind of a shitcoin. But take Chia, for example, of memory, I wouldn't call it a shitcoin. It's just not achieving its own objectives. It's a Bitcoin, as far as I can tell. So, you know, some may be more secure than others, say because of block size, maybe it's harder to hide, it's bigger, but look, you know, there's people that argue for a much smaller block size, a new Bitcoin that has a smaller block size can maybe more high, right? So where's the right level? To me, that's not the important distinction, right? You have a bad Bitcoin, you have a good Bitcoin, or one that's kind of easier to use at smaller scale or not, but there's no clear line there, so I don't make that distinction. Okay, 5 or 6 questions.